Hello everybody and welcome back to Geiselsberg. So in the previous episode we were pelleting. We were doing a bit of a harvest, and I was pelleting the straw after the combine harvester had been through. We then took the pellets over to the pelleting hall, which is a £400,000 investment, but yeah, luckily in multiplayer we can afford it. And yeah, we're in the process of just putting the pellets into the palletizer, which will then pack them all up ready to go, and then it can be taken to a sell point and sold for what should be a fairly good profit. So what I have here is of course the usual lorry, which is a very nice lorry, which is actually also stuck on a tree. It is quite a tight entrance, but yes, it's on this low loader. And we've also got the class telehandler, or the class front loader it actually calls it, just here. And that could be quite useful for moving the pallets. Now, you don't have to have a forklift or anything, in fact, any kind of machine, because integrated into the hull there is the grab on the gantry crane. I have got this because of two reasons. One is there's two of us, so we might both be moving them, and secondly, I don't know how good I'm going to be at using the gantry crane. So we're going to find out. Yes, I need to move those bales, they're a bit in the way. It's preventing my swing. Okay, so as you can see, chainsaw is just in there with the telehandler, loading the palletizer up with pellets. So I'm going to park this here, and we can start to get these pallets which have already been produced onto the trailer. Now it does produce them fairly quickly, it's pretty good. As you can see, it's completely open, so there's space for 3 more to come out of here. But the palletizer is working, it's all a very impressive setup. I do find it satisfying to watch. But we do need to start loading them up. So here we are in the class Torian 639. And yes, it was a bit of a challenge getting on and off here. Not something you want to be doing in real life without a ramp, that's for sure. Yes, it comes down with a bit of a thud. There we go. So, here we go. Let's get these 5, I think it's 5, yep. We'll get these 5 put onto the trailer and ready to go. Right, so there we go. I hate the way that sometimes the tines get stuck to the pallets and then the pallets go flying. But anyway, they're on. So yeah, I think when we've got a few more on, we'll be able to push the pallets closer together from the back. But currently I am a bit surplus to requirement because chainsaw is here with this. Somehow he managed to move 2 pallets with a bale spike. It seemed to work. But yeah, we're quite busy in here. How much do we have? Does it tell you? I might tell you how much you have in storage. Anyway, the point is we have quite a bit just here. So, yeah, I want to try and move a pallet with the gantry crane, if I can do. Now, I know it's going to take quite a bit of practice to do this. It's not the easiest thing to be doing. So we'll just have to try it. But, yeah, it's definitely a possibility. It is possible to do this. Okay. Right, just rotate it if I can do. I'm sure once you've got the hang of it, it will become very easy. Oh, actually, that's interesting. It automatically sort of teleported to it. Oh, now I've dropped it. It does, it assists you once you attempt to close it up. Yes, it does, it helps. Because yeah, otherwise it probably would be quite difficult to actually perfect that. I don't want to open those grabs up again if I can help it, but I'm probably going to get the controls confused. It is a learning curve. Very much so. But what you could do is, if you wanted to do this, you could position the trailer within the hall and then load it up. Like for example, we could have the trailer over here and then we could take them from over there and put it over here. So it's a brilliant idea. I'm quite tempted actually to replace that with this. then we could at least try and put one in here. So if we just get rid of this, we'll let Chainsaw take the existing pallet. Oh, yeah, there is. One's just been created. So yeah, we'll get rid of this. Put it just there. And if I can do, I will attempt to load it up. So very quickly, I'm just going to reverse into there. Okay, right, I think we're pretty straight now. We can go straight back. I think for me, loading it with the loaders will be an easier option. But it is nice for this to have the gantry crane, and for some people, this will probably be an easier option. But it's just, you know, you just got to figure out the controls, otherwise it is quite difficult. Okay, Chainsaw's just jumped into the crane. He's up there somewhere. He's turned into a pulley block. Anyway, yes, it's the same one, the same pallet just here. I knocked it over accidentally, and it turns out they are pretty difficult to upright again. You've got to use the telehandler, and even then, yeah, they're pretty difficult. So it is advisable to not knock it over. Anyway, we're full. We are full. So as I just take this crane again, I will attempt to still load my first one. But with a bit of luck, it won't be too difficult this time. So if we can just rotate that. I mean, practice makes perfect. It really is as simple as that. So that should, hopefully, with a bit of luck, be enough for me to pick it up. There we go. Right. So we'll attempt to put it somewhere further down the trailer. It's the wrong way. I've always thought that the FS controls feel a bit inverted where everything's back to front. Now, how do I slide it? Yes, that should work. You see, it just takes a bit of practice. And then put it over here. Lower it down. I think. Yes, I have loaded it. Fantastic. Good. Now I mustn't knock it over. So let's see if I can take the final pallet just over here. I can imagine with maybe an hour's practice this would be a relatively simple thing to use. It's just remembering what everything does. Maybe with a joystick as well. Maybe a joystick would make it easier. I'm just simply using the mouse and keyboard. No, lift it up, lift it up. There we go. That was close, almost lost it. There are of course other cameras as well that you can flick to, but I think this is probably the easiest one. We'll also put it a bit further down. Let's just see here. Yeah, everything has always felt inverted. It's not the add-on, because it's the same for the front loader attachments and stuff. Oh no, it's strapped to my pallet. So how do we slide? Down there. There we go. Let's go a little bit closer, I think. And then release. Brilliant. Okay, so yeah, that is 2 pallets loaded with this system. I'll just put it over here out of the way. But it works. It does work. And we've got quite a bit of money's worth here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Fantastic. And here is the next one. Ready to be shrink wrapped. So what have we got for output? That's empty. We shall get this filled up again. I'm not too sure if increasing the time rate, I don't know if that increases production. If it makes the pallets faster. I wouldn't have thought it does. I think we'd probably be wasting time. I can't really see the conveyor belt going 3,000 miles per hour to keep up demand. Okay, so we'll leave this here once again, and whoa, that's never happened before. I must have been slightly over the side of the hopper there. Let's just see. Yes, okay, there we go. Brilliant. So we have space for a few more, unless you were to double stack them, which might be a good idea. whilst we're waiting for things to happen, I think we'll take this back over to the farm. I have left the tractor's engine running. But no, the straw harvest add-on is very nice. Not trying to rub that in for those console users who don't have it yet, but it's on the way. I don't know the release date, it might have been announced, but yeah, it is definitely on the way. Now, where should we put this? Probably near the silage pits. Yep, it's a good place. In fact, that silage must be really close to being ready. Don't know how long it's been, unless it's the same day. Is it the same day? No, it isn't. 64%, so it's almost 2/3 there. It's pretty good progress. So the next episode, it will be when that can be used and sold. Now I realise that we actually don't have a sell point, so that's going to have to be put in. And I don't know if we actually have to, we do have to pay for the sell point. Okay, well in that case we'll put it somewhere not too far away. It can't be in our yard. The place I did think of before was actually the store, but then we might not be able to put it in the store because we don't own it. Okay, let me do a bit of research. Okay, so, bit of a story, not a very interesting one, but I even bought the shop here because I couldn't place it anywhere. And I bought the shop area and it still wouldn't work. I couldn't place it on anything but grass, so I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be. But in the end, there was absolutely nowhere, because this map is all on the hillside, so nowhere was level. The only place that I could place it was here, pretty much. In any of our grass fields. I couldn't even place it in the yard. So I've decided to put it here. It's not very far from the production area, but it's better than being in the same field. So there it is. After all, it's like a roadside stall, so people can drive by and think, oh, we need some pellets, and then they will jump out and say, oh, look at these prices, and I say, yes, our prices have just gone up. Wait, no, that was a really bad sales pitch. No, my prices have just gone down. It is only $2.95 for a bag of straw pellets and $4.95 for a bag of hay pellets, but we've currently run out of hay. We only have straw, but yeah, we should do more hay because they are worth more, and it is good, but I think the reason why they are more, why the hay pellets are more, is because there's a lot more work involved. With the straw, all we do is simply pelletize behind the combine harvester. With the grass, we have to cut the grass, then ted the grass, then windrow the grass, or row the grass, and then we can finally pelletize it. So you do get a bit more. The current price is actually here. Okay, it looks like straw is worth more currently. But how does that work? Anyway, that's good. We have straw. I'm sure once we start to supply, the demand will decrease. So that is my very, very interesting story of how I place the sell point. You see, you don't get a story like that every day. Right, I'm sure the lorry is almost full. Let's just see how we're doing. Yes, it is pretty good. Space for one more. Oh no, sorry, 3 more. I'm sure they'll be on the way very soon. And we have a long drive ahead of us. Well, I think it's safe to say that the pile of pellets is rapidly decreasing, although it might actually be like a silage pit where it looks like it's almost empty, but it actually isn't. Let's just see how much it picks up here. It's going to be half a bucket load. Okay, that wasn't much of a drop. Still, it's good to have a supply. There must be another pallet ready any second. In fact, there is. It's about to go. One more layer. Oh, it is a very satisfying add-on. Now, I don't know if it's... I think it does still work for FS19, but certainly in 17, there was a code, a QR code, which you could scan, and it would give you bonus content. I think it does still work. In 17, I think it was a biogas plant that you could get. So let's just see if the QR code is still there on the shrink wrap. Right, okay, let's just see here. Let's just see. Yep, there is, just down there. If you scan that with your phone, you should find something. Bit of a goodie. It's a hidden Easter egg. And I'm recording this on Easter Day, so absolutely, we have some Easter eggs. Would have been easier just to stand here and take a look at one of these. There you go, if you want to scan it. I'm not too sure if it still works. I'm guessing it does. It looks like it will do. Well, we're almost there. We are almost there. It's another pallet. We have just one space left until we have a full lower level. As for if we're going to do a top level, I'm just going to ask Chainsaw. Yes, we are going to double stack. So I think because Chainsaw is all very busy here, I'm going to make a start. I have closed this door accidentally, not to worry. Can you come out here? I'm pretty sure you can. Yes, then I'm going to make a start on a bit of mowing, because we're going to do some hay palletizing as well. Not as much as the straw, but probably just this field here. Because, well, this field has been reduced in size anyway. So I will get it done. We'll get this all cut, and then we can ted it, we can row it, and we can then finally pelletize it. I think we do have a Krone Big M, unless it was rented. Yes, here we are. So I've just been looking at the field again, and I don't think there's going to be anything on there to cut. Thinking about it, I think, yeah, that's too short, because we're not running seasons, so I don't think that's going to mow. We can actually see from the info page, which very quickly look here. Yeah, it's not ready. Still growing. So, which field is ready? Is the field over here ready? I bought a field over here. Nope, that's still not ready. So I wonder if we can expand. What can we buy? We've got £111,000 for that little piece of land. There's some grass fields up here actually. And we do already own that one. Yes, we'll go there. It's very close to the store. It's a bit of a drive, but that's fine. If we have some grassland that we already own, then we might as well make the most of it. Well, here we are. It's all a bit of a strange setup. I'm in somebody else's farmyard, and we're now in our field. So this must be something I've done. I must have done this. When we started the map, I must have been on here thinking, which field should we buy? And I bought some at random, and it turns out I bought just one field in the middle of somebody else's farm. We should probably sell this field once we finish with it. Anyway, here we go. Let's get it cutting. We should be on even, yeah, we're on widespread. That's good. Turn the beacons off. And there we go. Yep, so it's not even a very big field. Just the right size to do a bit of hay pelleting, because we don't want to be pelleting forever. We'll have pellets coming out of our ears. But this will be good enough. This will be good just to try out both, because then we can say that we've done straw pellets and we've done hay pellets, and everything went well, except for losing our own field. Okay, right, so let's continue. So, yeah, there we go, and of course that made it even faster of a job using the biggest mower in the game, but it's fine. We can now use the tedder next week, or next episode, and we'll then row it up and pellet it, and it shouldn't take too long to do all of that, hopefully. We're not doing it on a very large scale, whereas the straw actually was a pretty big scale, because we have, I don't know how many trailer loads we've got exactly, I think it was probably 2.5 full trailer loads, which really is quite a bit when it comes to packing it up, because each pallet is only about 2,000 litres, so that's quite a bit of work. Anyway, yes, we'll get back and we'll see how much progress there has been. I would imagine we are pretty close to selling that trailer load. Certainly by the end of this episode I will have shown the sale, and I have absolutely no idea how much money we're going to make from it, but really, looking at those figures, it's decent, very decent. I'd say it's not as good as doing soybeans, and the machinery to produce the pellets is very expensive, but yeah, it's going to be, what will it be, £100,000? 100,000 maybe? Possibly, we'll see. 80,000? Right, so we'll just put this back into the shed. It didn't come out of this one, but it's fine in here. quite busy in here actually. Lots of implements having a party. And it's all quite well laid out too. So I just did see a glimpse of the trailer and it was almost full. I think the top layer was about 2/3 of the way, maybe halfway. We can take a shortcut through here. Yeah, that's double layer. I was thinking that might be triple layer, but no. That'd be quite an achievement getting to triple layer already. So actually no, we're about 1/3 of the way. Still, not bad. Oh, and get away crows, get out of here. Wow, the crows went through a wall. Spooky crows. Well, I suppose, yeah, crows are pretty spooky. They're associated with graveyards and things like that. But the sound that crows make is pretty chilling. How did I get onto this topic? Oh yes, the building was full of crows. Now, yes, it is definitely looking much emptier. We are going to probably finish all this before the trailer is full. So it's going to be one big sale. We're going to sell all of the pellets in one go. It's going to be good stuff. Still 74% in here. So yeah, it's a pretty slow procedure, and just what we have here is a supply of 18 minutes. But yeah, I'd say in maybe half an hour's time, everything will have been completed. Oh, I can test out my time thing here, see if it increases the production. Does it go down faster? 1747, 1743. Nope, it doesn't. So that's just going to make it go dark. We'll keep it at real time. I think it's when it gets to 50% that it allows the bucket to empty. So we're now empty again. We'll see if we can fit the rest of this into the bucket. It doesn't look likely. It looks like a pretty good pile still, but it might almost empty it. Yes, I would say there's still 1 or 2 bucket loads there. We really do have a good supply. Okay, and now we continue playing the waiting game. I might as well leave this bucket waiting as well. We can have a bucket gathering. Everybody's waiting to unload their pellets. Yeah, that's quite a good gathering. Meanwhile outside, it's still going well. Okay, so a bit of time later and both of these buckets have been emptied. So we have another one here. There's another bird in the building. Right. Just move the crane out of the way. I'll probably put it over this other side, over here. Or maybe there's just the right amount left for the grab. Nope, there's a bit more than that. Okay, well we'll use the grab. We're very close to the end here. But even so, it's still going to be, I would say, 20 minutes, because I think a full hopper is about 19 minutes. Maybe 20, it would make more sense. Yeah, it's going to be showing... it's only what's in the palletizer, actually, not the hopper. I will just move these bales out of the way because they are preventing us from getting around the corner with a lorry. Hey, this brings a whole new meaning to sausage roll. We'll just put them over here. Keep it going. It wants to be out of the way really because we don't want to be on the field which is going to be cut. There we go. Right. And now we can get around the corner. We're empty again. So this is the final piece, and the piece which is in the grab bucket. There we go. Oh, hang on, no. There we go. Makes all the difference. So there we have it. That is everything that remains. A tiny piece in there and a full bucket load there. Nothing in the bays, completely empty, and yes, a palletizer which is almost finished. Chainsaw just brings up an interesting point. The trailer is very good, but It is missing, well, it's not missing, it's just lacking in strapping points. It's actually not got enough, so some of these pallets here are not properly strapped. Some of them keep falling off. So yeah, I mean, that is a bit of feedback really to the modder. Very nice trailer, looks brilliant, works brilliantly. Just maybe if there was a few more, it doesn't even need that many more, like 3 more strapping points, that would make all the difference. So what do we have left? We have a supply of 17 minutes. Is everything empty here? Nope. Still got some waiting. And that is that bucket empty. So everything is finished. That's all we have left. Which means in 15 minutes and 40 seconds we will be completed. Today's output until now is 30 pallets. That must be what we have on the trailer. And yeah, that is impressive. That's 1,231 bags. Okay, right, well, we're almost at the end. There's 10 minutes left. But we're going to have to double stack the front as well so they all fit. But there should be space. Ooh, wrong vehicle. No! Did that... No, I thought it did. Yes, it is surprising, but the bale grab, the bale spike, is easier than the pallet fork to load up these. Which is weird. Right, so that's definitely strapped this time, so it shouldn't go flying off the back. Just less than 4 minutes to go. Well, it's an impressive looking trailer, that's for sure. We are totally full, with the exception of one gap just there, but I don't know what happened, but yes, we might be putting something in there, although, yes, there's only, I think, a minute and a half. Yes, a minute and 53 seconds of production. So that's just going to be one pallet, and it could, if needs be, go on a pallet fork. Or I suppose we could try and stack 3. It might work. Although I suppose, because it's not really got enough in it, it might never come to the end of the production line. So that might be it. Okay, well, it was so close, it almost completed the pallet, but it hasn't done, so we're done. Let's go. Don't know if we have the passenger script. I don't know if you can even passenger with this lorry. I don't think you can do. But anyway, let's head off. I'll take the, what should we take? Oh, I can teleport. So it's seriously full load. We have every single pellet except for that last pallet from the field on the trailer. I can't even begin to imagine how much money we're going to make. I'll go through here. Now, the field I put it in should be accessible for a lorry, hopefully. Should be able to make it around the corner here. So, as well, hopefully we don't need to have the forklift to unload it. It should be low enough. It is a fairly low trailer. This is going to be interesting. Very, very interesting. Hope it works. The top ones probably won't, but the lower ones should do. Come on, lower ones. If the lorry can make it. Yes, they're selling. They are selling. That was £8,000 from something. Now they're all going. Crazy. Okay, it's splitting it all up a bit. 39,000. Some are going to come flying off the back. No! Yeah, well, basically, it's a bit of a messy sell, but they are going. It's the most important thing. I just wish I had the the mod installed to be able to pick up these by hand, so I can clear up. I've no idea how much it is per pallet, but it seems to be quite a substantial amount. Probably about £2,500, 3,000. Okay, well, we seem to have overloaded the sell point. I was wondering if there's a daily limit there could be. So hopefully by the end of the next episode, everything here will have sold. But that was fairly impressive. Obviously, quite a long job to do, but it seems to be worth it. We have more money than we had, and yeah, still plenty to go. So anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.